All right, burnout, how to recover from it, but more importantly, how to learn to love life again. Okay, we all go through this, whether we're an entrepreneur, whether we're just living life. Life gets tough, life smacks us around a little bit, and we get to a place where we're like, oh, I just hate my life. Let's turn that around today. We're gonna dissect it. We're gonna talk a little bit about it. And I've been through it multiple times, and I've learned how to recover. And I just wanna tell you, I got some help, okay? Welcome to The Fighting Entrepreneur. But, it's changing. It's gonna become the Anik Singal Show any day now, very soon. So continue to follow this podcast. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, leave a comment. And of course, if you're on any other platform audio-wise, subscribe and leave us a great review. I'm super excited, okay? There's some major evolution happening to this podcast. I actually just filmed our first guest episode for the Anik Singal Show. It was awesome. The change we're making, the way I'm going deeper with these guests, the types of things now we're going to be doing episodes where I promise you every episode I do will be relevant to you. So I'm not going to necessarily be dissecting funnels and talking about specific type of paid traffic strategies. Those are good, but 99% of the time it's not relevant. Like not every episode's relevant to our audience. Now you're going to have a deep takeaway from every episode. I'm just so pumped. Please keep following this. Looks like at this point, December is going to be kind of crazy. So I think we're just a fresh January 2023. We're going to use that to start the Anik Singal Show. But for now, let's talk about burnout. Holidays are coming. A lot of you are about to get burned out. Yeah, that's right. It actually happens during the holidays to a lot of people. Why? Well, we're going to talk about what is burnout. Like, what are the components of burnout? What contributes to burnout? And I think as I share this, you're going to have some aha moments because people think burnout, they just say, I'm burned out. I work too much. That's not necessarily true. Let me tell you something. I work a lot, and I've had periods in my life where I've worked harder than the times when I've burned out. And that was what led me to really figuring it out. I said, wait a minute. I've had periods of my life where I've worked my butt off really hard. I mean, really hard, slogging, okay? And I never burned out. I'm burned out right now, and I'm not working nearly as hard as I did then. So hard work or working too much is actually not the main or the only ingredient to burnout. Once we dissect what burnout really is, I think you're going to realize some things. And then I'm going to give you the 3 Ds to loving life again. It's very simple. 3 Ds to recovering from burnout. Keeping it short, quick, and easy so that you just have a quick way to get over it. I actually have burned out many times in my life. I bounce back from burnout faster than anybody else I know. And that is not by luck. That is nothing specific I'm great at. I've learned through practice, and I want to give you the skills today in this episode. So I've written here, and I got notes. So I've got 4 components of burnout. And here's the funny thing. None of them, oh my God, what do you know? Not a single one of them is working too hard. But the first one's kind of working too hard, but saying it differently, but meaningfully. So here are the 4 parts. So the first part of burnout is doing too much. Anik, it's the same. It's not. It's not the same as working too hard. Burnout happens when you're just doing a bunch of crap you don't need to be doing right now. I know. It's not working hard. Listen, I have done product launches where I work 20 hours a day, but I'm super engaged. I'm loving it. And I know I need to do it. And it's very, very important for the moment. Right now, I'm going through a phase in my life where I am doing, are you ready for this? I am having every single day, working day, Monday through Friday. Well, actually 4 days a week right now, not Thursdays. I have somebody either flying into the office here to be me in person or virtually, and I'm spending anywhere from 4 to 8 hours with them, consulting them every day, 4 days a week. It's a lot of work, but it's not too much because it's what I need to be doing in my season right now, and I'm enjoying it, okay? So too much is an example of like, you know what? If you are going through a period in your life right now where you have something going on, you have someone very close to you, they're very ill, you're having to go out of your way to take care of them, this is what is important right now. You need to take care of them, but then at the same time, you're like, I'm going to lose 20 pounds. So I'm going to completely change my diet. I'm going to go to the gym 2 hours a week, 2 hours a day. The problem is that's too much. Listen, you're human. Can you please attack 1, maybe 2 goals at a time and not 50? So the first big contribution towards burnout I have found is just we select to do it. We choose it. We get excited. We do too many things. During the holidays, you got work, you got family, you got holidays, you got the money stress, and then you got New Year's resolutions, and you're getting ready for we do too much. All right. Number 2, no passion. Kind of I'm saying this in order of priority, but I'll tell you what. So we just finished, at the time that I'm filming this, it releases later, but at the time I'm filming this, we just finished doing Christmas decoration. And a big shout out to my dad, and a big shout out to Purvak, who's behind the camera right now, who helped me, who slogged alongside of me for days putting it up, right? It was a lot of work, guys. It was Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all day. Then Monday, Tuesday, in the evening, hours, in the cold, in the dark, outside. Did I burn out? I'm super passionate about it. I don't know, I love it. I spend hours sometimes at night researching. I've already bought a bunch of stuff, but I'm researching what kind of new lights, what kind of new things. It's something, it's a little kooky thing about me. People know in the neighborhood, and my family knows, Anik loves Christmas. He decorates like crazy for it. all right? And it's my daughter's first Christmas this year, so all the more reason to decorate like crazy. I'm passionate about it, all right? There are other hobbies I have in my life. There are other things in business. I love business. I love funnels. I love filming. I love this podcast. I love social media. I don't burn out on that stuff. Heck, I've done video shoots where I go 8 hours straight filming the short videos for TikTok. I don't burn out. I enjoy it. I'm passionate about it. You know what I do burn out from? Are you ready? You're gonna laugh at this, and so is Purvak behind the camera. I burn out from a 30-minute photo shoot. I burn out after coming off of stage, being in front of people that are surrounding me. I burn out. Here I am on stage for 3 hours. I didn't burn out. 20 minutes being surrounded by people off of stage. I burn out. It's because I don't enjoy it. I'm not passionate about that. I'm passionate about being on stage. I'm not necessarily passionate about being surrounded. I get claustrophobic. Number 3, this is a big one too. Feeling forced to do something. All right, look at your to-do list, okay? Pull it out, look at it. How many of the things on your to-do list do you look forward to doing? And how many of them do you feel forced to do? If a majority of your to-do list feels forced, you're gonna burn out. Might already be burned out right now. When I look at my to-do list, at this current time, about 1 or 2 of the 20 things on my list, I feel forced to do. 17, 18 of them, and 19 of them, I don't. I mean it, honestly. So the chances of me burning out right now are not as much. But in the past, I've looked at my list and I looked at it and it was like, out of the 20 things I had to do, is like 15 of them are things I'm like, I don't want to do it. Oh my God, I don't want to do it. Oh my God. You're going to burn out. It's a clear indication, clear sign you're about to burn out. And then last but not least, the 4th part of burnout is fear. I want you to really dissect something. I want you to look at your life and I want you to go back to the last time you burned out. Did something happen in your life where you may be in a fight with your wife or husband or boyfriend? Maybe you were at a risk of getting laid off at work. Was business not going well? Was something fall apart? I bet you there was fear involved. There is something that you were fundamentally very scared of. And so your mind has less capacity to work on the things you are doing because it's fully deployed in living in fear. Those are 4 reasons, contributors, ingredients of burnout. And if you recognize any of these 4 starting to overtake your life, you know burnout's coming. If you're doing too many things, if you're finding yourself at the end of the day going, oh my God, like that, like it's coming. Not hard work, but too much work. It's different. All right, number 2, you can care less about the crap you're doing right now. Oh my God, another meeting with a blah, 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 blah. Okay, great. If you have no passion throughout the day, if you are not excited and energized by the work that you do throughout the day, by the things you do, the people you meet, burnout's coming. If you feel forced, if more than half of your tasks on your to-do list are things that you could just as well go through the whole day without doing, and you don't want to do and you're putting them off, ingredients, last but not least, fear. You have a major fear going on in your life. So something happened, then burnout's coming, could be coming. Now, how do we avoid it? How do we fix it? How do we fall back in love with life again? The 3 Ds. Are you ready? Number 1, distract. My wife actually has this. She does this with me. It is so funny. When I'm not well, if I'm feeling sick, she actually gave it a name. She calls it distraction therapy. I'm not even joking, because I'll be laying in bed and I'm moaning. I'm like a baby when I'm sick, as most men are. She'll come over, put the TV on, and she'll pick some random thing on Netflix or whatever and pop it on, something that she thinks I'll enjoy, and walk out. And me, I'm just watching. I'll end up binging something. Distraction, just get your mind off of it. I have a little funny thing I say, if you want to distract yourself, do the thing that all the gurus tell you not to do. Take the thing that all the personal development gurus tell you not to do and do it. Binge eat the ice cream tub once. I'm not saying do it all the time. Just every now and then. Binge watch Netflix. Go have a party with your friends. Go do something that wastes time. All right, do something that just is fun. Like, go ahead, I allow you. Give yourself permission to waste the day, to not be productive, to not be efficient, but to just enjoy yourself. So that's distraction. Get away from it, man. Take a step back. Leave whatever you're doing. If work you think is burning you out, take a couple of days completely off. Don't work. All right, if a relationship you think is burning you out, go ahead. It's okay. Take a day or 2. Just find a way to get away from it. I'm not saying end it. I'm not saying anything, but just a day or 2 break. Give yourself that time. All right, whatever it is that's burning you out, find a way to get some distraction or break from it. All right, number 2, delegate. Okay, so many of us do so many things that we could delegate, whether it be delegating it to our spouse, to our kids, to our uncle, aunt, parents, or at work, delegating it to a colleague, to an employee, to a team member, a manager. We're too scared. We feel like it's a sign of weakness, where I am not. I don't care. I'm the first person to reach out to my team, to reach out to my wife, to reach out to my dad, to reach out to anyone and say, I am overwhelmed. I have too much going on. Would you please help me? It's one of my favorite things to say, man. First of all, you know what? The people I say that to, they feel so loved. They say, oh my God, yes, of course I'll help you. People like to help. Do you know that? It's scientifically proven. It gives them an endorphin rush. People like to help. We innately are built that way. But if you don't give them permission to help you, you are missing out on that bond. I have no problem. I don't overbear on anybody, but if I need help, I ask. I'm not ashamed of it. But you know what I do for that person in return? When they need help and they ask, I always show up for them. It's a give and take. It's never just a take. So just delegate. I promise you, go ahead and look at your task list right now and tell me there isn't a bunch of things on there that you could just hand off to somebody else. Your control issues are keeping it with you. Your ego is keeping it with you because you don't want to admit that you have too much. No, okay, fine. Well, then deal with the burnout. Otherwise, start delegating. Life is great that way. And last but not least, you ready? The third D of loving life again, delete. It goes back to the number one reason you get burnout, which is too much. Not hard work, too much work. Just delete, man. You don't have to save the world today. You don't have to change your life fundamentally today. You don't have to become that other person today. You don't have to solve world peace or achieve $1 billion in wealth today. You got time, a lot of it. So you know what? Just do less things. Do them well. Work as hard as you want on them. Just do less things. There'll be less things on your head to worry about. Live to see the next day and do them the next day or the day after, or the week after, the month after. So there you go. The 3 Ds. Distract, get away from it, delegate, dare to ask for help and let someone else do it. And last but not least, delete. So there you go. We broke down what burnout really is, and we broke down the 3 Ds of recovering from it. I go through this all the time. By the way, you can recover from burnout. I've recovered from burnout in as little as 1 to 2 days. I'm not saying that's what you'll do. It's just saying that's what I've been able to do. Now I have been mastering the skills that I shared with you over the last so many years, and I've burned out God knows how many times. So the best thing is to not burn out. So watch the first 4 factors. Those are the symptoms. If you start seeing them, pull back and apply the 3 Ds right away so you don't let yourself get to burnout. This is Anik Singal reminding you, when life pushes you, stand straight, smile, and push it the heck back. The Anik Singal Show is coming. Hit subscribe. Make sure you're on all our different channels. Help us get this message out to the world. Love you guys. Stay safe. Talk to you later.
Thanks for listening to The Fighting Entrepreneur with your host, Anik Singal.